And today we're going to go through all the questers and give a little bit of a backstory and also talk about their skill.
Yeah.
So first up is the oldest of all the 5 codes, the hero code. All the hero code questers in this game actually came from the backwaters, and there's more on that to come. But they all came through a portal into Mutra and then joined up with a hero code. That is the oldest, most established code, and this is Valcarly. Valcarly came from the backwaters. She was once a quester in Paddle Quest, and she followed Bear and became his champion. She's great in your party because when a hero code joins the party at a camp, she'll draw a power card. Next we've got another Bear champion, Cocoa. Cocoa the Brave came from the backwaters and followed Bear into Mutra, and there really has done a great job of forming alliances with the Moon Code in the east, hence the dark power there. And Cocoa is great to have in the party because when a foe attack is set to destroy one of your questers, well, you can go ahead and cancel that foe attack just by discarding one of his power cards. Next up, we got Prince Bearson, son of Bear, son of Nestra. Prince Bearson is the hero code leader in this case. If Prince Bearson gets to a hero locale, he'll become leader. So whatever player has Prince Bearson and you get to a hero locale, they'll become leader. If he's already leader, he'll have another turn. He's got some light power there, and he trained with Mickey the True, who we'll talk about just in a little bit. Finally, we got Bear. Bear is the first hero. He came in through the portal in search of Nestra and found the hero code and quickly became their champion and their leader in the capital. He did do some studying on the island. He's actually lived on an island for quite a while during Paddle Quest back in 2005. But here in Mutra, he's quite handy, and he blocks all stealing from the Moon Code. So he really shuts down a lot of the Moon Code stealing effects. Now we're going to move on to the code that came along right after the hero code, which is the Sun Code. And the Sun Code, they're dedicated to searching the Great Trench in the west for light power, and they're also all about healing and benefiting the party. And their symbol is the sun there. Mickey the True is their leader. Mickey the True has got a story. He lives in Trench Town, and he kind of runs the Sun Code. He becomes the leader at the Sun Code. Any Sun Code locale, he'll become leader. If he's already leader, he'll get another turn. And that's Mickey the True. He's trained a lot of people in light power. And we've got Lizette. And Lizette came through from the backwaters also through the portal. And she has taken up with the Sun Code in the west. And she is a handy character to have in your party. At camps, she can sing to any one quester. And whoever has that quester will have to give her the quest card of their choice. But they get to draw a power card. So it's a win-win.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like Lizette. She's great at playing music. Really good. Angel. Angel is a very interesting Sun Code quester because Angel is rocking some spirit power.
Pretty much.
Angel,
Awesome character.
Angel, probably my favorite. She traverses dimensions. She's always out in the west, on the western ridge, but she can discard a power card to save a quester. So she is excellent to have in your party and can save questers from the discard. Go Angel. And then another important Sun Code character, Karate. Karate's got wild power. Karate is important at camps. she can have people join her Moon Pact. They can only questers can only join one time. Once they've joined, they cannot rejoin. So once they get that benefit of joining the pact, they get a power card. That's the end of that, though. Players can have multiple questers join, but questers can only join one time. There's some question about that. But yeah, she runs the Moon Pact, and through many generations, through Mutra, and she is an excellent quester to have in your party. So that's the Sun Code. And the Sun Code was established right after the Hero Code, pretty much right at the same time. And following that, there were some who practiced the Sun Code that broke off and formed their own, and they formed the Shaman Code. One of those shamans is Krogscar. Krogscar is a two-headed shaman. And as a two-headed shaman, they can time shift and take another turn after the turn. So they take 2 turns as a two-headed quester might be expected to take. They were joined at birth, and they did have a son, which we'll get to later. Nestra came from the Backwaters first, before all the other Backwaters characters came through. She came through by herself, and she became one of the leaders of the Shaman Code. There are, of course, many other shaman, but Nestra is the new leader, and she's, again, from the Backwaters. She becomes leader at Shaman Locales, and if you're already leader, she'll get to go again. All right, these last 2 Shaman Code questers, shamans, are famous in the history of Paddle Quest, and they came through the portal in search of Baron Nestra, but also in search of artifacts. Wizard Kulku. Wizard Kulku is a shape-shifting wizard, also has traveled through the portal many a time. And Kulku's skill is essentially creating a new path. So whenever you get to a Shaman Locale, Kulku can split one of the decks, make a new deck, and then draw a power card. So basically opens up another dimension. And Kulku has the most spirit power of all the questers. Chunka is a trans-dimensional seeker. Chunka is actually Kulku from another dimension. So they are a sort of mirror images in a way. They are buddies. This is a female wizard. Don't be mistaken. Once per game, Chunka can shuffle all the quest cards are in play, and restack them into 4 stacks and draw a power card. So Chunka can just basically shuffle everything apart and create a new world if you don't like what's coming up. All right, that's the Shaman Code questers we've got in the game. Next up, we'll go to the Moon Code. The Moon Code and the Keeper Code, the last 2 we'll cover. Those were formed at the same time. The Moon Code questers had basically broke off of the other codes. And the Keeper Code, it was formed up on the island, which is in the center of Mutra. So Koner here is the Storm Warden. And Koner is an expert sailor. And he used to be a well-regarded shaman, but turned to the dark side of the Moon Code and kind of cast off all of the Shaman Code politics and went off on his own. That's Koner. He's got wild power, and he can draw power at moon locales, so that's very handy to have. Zune is from the Eastern Cave Network of the Shadow Patrol, and she is a single mother. She had a whole bunch of kids there in the Eastern Cave Network, all on her own, but she became a Master Shadow Warrior and has the most dark power of all the questers in the game, and she can at camp steal quest or power cards from another player. So great to have to help get yourself some points, some power. Bebby, this is Zune's half sister, and Bebby has a might. She's a mighty quester. Here you go. when Bebby is leader and you defeat a foe, Bebby may take any one quest card from another player. So when Bebby's leading and you defeat a foe, go ahead and you get some extra points from other players. And the Moon Code leader is Abe. And well, Abe has a counterpart here. This is Abe of the Mutra dimension. In another dimension, you may recognize the name Pirate Captain. Abe is an excellent sea captain, sails the waters all around the island, and has a reputation. Also a great chef. Then we have Kiki. Kiki is a fairy from the island. The island in Mutra, right in the middle of the ocean, the Great Ocean. Kiki is an excellent keeper and loves other keepers. So whenever another keeper is in the party at camps, Kiki will get a power card. And Kiki is best friends with Zela, another one of the keeper questers here. And Azela. Azela has been trained by Kulku, Chunka, and Jaranga on the island. She was actually cast off as an orphan on the island and was raised by Jaranga. She's got the spirit power from the training of the shaman, and she can double bump. So if you have Azela as your leader, you can bump, and if you don't like what comes up, bump again. It's just that simple. And we talked about Jaranga. Jaranga is the leader of the keepers, lives deep on the island, has worked with the Sun Code in the west, and has developed light power. And Jaranga, if you get to a keeper locale, will become leader. If already leader, you'll take another turn, draw again. This is the son, the illegitimate son of Krogscar. Krogscar is actually not aware that he has a son, but this is it, Koopkam, and their dog Roscoe. So Koopkam, like their father, they are twins, conjoined twins. They share a body, but they have their own minds and personalities. And when they draw power cards, they can draw from the discard. So any power cards that are in the discard pile, due to questions getting killed or anything like that, they can go ahead and go digging for artifacts, which it can be really handy. And the final quester here, if you got the hero edition of the game, then you'll get this character. If not, you won't. But this is Licha, and Licha is the only character in the game that has double wild power. Licha, if you defeat a foe with Licha as leader, then you get to go again and again and again and keep going until Licha is discarded or you reach your locale. So that's it. That's Licha. Licha is a marine quester, and she patrols the island, the shores, to keep things on the level. That's Licha. And she, again, is special edition, so if you didn't get the hero edition copy of the game, then you won't have Licha. So if you are playing and you'd like to take a look at where some of these characters are from, where I'm referencing, that's the map. That's Mutra. That's on the rule book. So the keeper code's all from the island. That's where they all originated. And the island has a lot of spirit power as well. So the shaman are there. The Sun Code are often there for the beaches. They love the beaches. The Moon Code is mostly from the east. Northeast, there's the cave networks in the east. And the Sun Code are all from the west. The Great Trench there, you can see that. That is the deepest spot. That's where all the light power originates. The Hero Code, all the way up north. So the capital's right there in that peak, and that is the capital of all Mutra. and the shaman kind of all over the place, but the shaman's main headquarters is up here in the northwest by the desert. In the south, this might be something that would be explored in later parts of the game, but this whole south portion is ruled by the Sesa, and the Sesa is a tribal group who are extremely violent and murderous, and they used to rule the whole of Mutra in kind of a chaotic world, and that's where the codes came out of. The first hero code questers fought against that and were able to dominate, and they controlled the north, and then they expanded out and the other codes were developed, and the Sesa have been now pushed down to the south, and they'll pop up on your journey to find the bosses. So good luck. I hope you have fun with the game, and if you have other questions, hit me up.